Hello, my name is Susan Forrest, and this is a monologue from Christopher Durang's play Laughing Wild, published in 1987, and out of context of the play is wildly appropriate in 2020. Oh, it is all such a mess. Look at this mess. My hair is a mess. My clothes are a mess. I want to talk to you about life. It's just too difficult to be alive now, isn't it? And to try to function. There are all these people to deal with. I tried to buy a can of tuna at the supermarket, and there was this person standing right in front of where I wanted to reach out to get the tuna fish. And I waited a while to see if he'd move, and he didn't. He was looking at the tuna fish too, but he took a real long time at it, reading the ingredients on each can like it was a book. And a pretty boring one too, if you ask me, but nobody has. And so I waited a long while to see if he'd move, and he didn't, and I couldn't get to the tuna fish. And I thought about asking him to move, but then I thought that he was such a stupid person not to have sensed that I needed to get by to reach the tuna, that I had this awful fear that it would do no good at all, to ask. He'd probably say something like, "I'll move when I'm goddamn ready, you stupid bitch." And then what would I do? And so I started to cry out of frustration, quietly, so as not to disturb anyone. And still, even though I was softly sobbing, this stupid person didn't grasp that I needed to get by to get the goddamn tuna fish. People are so insensitive. I just hate them. And so I brought out my fist and I brought it down real hard on his head, and I screamed, "Would you kindly move, asshole?" And the person fell to the ground. And he looked startled. And a child nearby started to cry, and I was still crying, and I couldn't imagine making use of the tuna fish now anyway. So I shouted at the child to stop crying. I mean, it was drawing too much attention to me. And I ran out of the supermarket, and I thought, I wish I could take a taxi to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I need to be surrounded with culture right now, not tuna fish.